everybody, welcome back to my channel. Excuse my hair, I did just get out of the shower, but I was like, it's already noon and I kind of need to start this intro for this video. Today we are going to be attempting to get out of a reading slump. I've been in this reading slump for like a month and a half, but honestly it's kind of been since like February, where I've just been in this kind of like rut slash slump with reading. I still have been reading like a few books here and there, but that was in February. It is currently pretty much the end of March. It is March 27th and I have not read a single book. So yeah, I do have a stack of books that I would like to get to. Obviously, I'm only doing this video Thursday to Sunday, so it's only going to be 4 days. So I'm definitely not going to get through all of these. Like that's, unless I'm filming like a 24-hour readathon, but even then I probably couldn't even get through all of these. This is kind of going to be like a trying to get out of reading slump slash mood reading. So over the past few years I've obviously gotten myself in quite a few book slumps. That just comes with, you know, just reading and then just life in general. You know, things get in the way and, you know, reading can't always be a priority, definitely with school. What I've seen over the past couple years is it has been like every single March where I have either read one book or like no books at all. I think it mainly is school and stuff, but that has definitely been a culprit. And then the second one is when it comes to like actually starting books, I am terrible at it. Because when you're in a book slump, you kind of already want to be in a book, you already want to be attached to characters, you already want to know the story, and so like starting something new can either be really intimidating or, you know, you just don't have that like motivation to like get invested in a new set of characters, a new plot, a new story. With me, over this past month and a half, I've started probably like 5+ books, read like the first like 10 to 20 pages and then kind of just got bored of it. And it's not the book's fault, it's a me problem. I mean, maybe it could have been the book's fault, but mostly it's been a me problem. So what I really need to do is I just need to pick a book and get through at least 50 pages. If I'm still not vibing with it by 50 pages, then I can be like, okay, maybe this book isn't for me right now. I can either continue going on with it or just stop, pick up another book. I actually started one of these books earlier today and then I was like, wait a second, this is like, I wanted to film this video a couple days ago. I just haven't had time. That's why we're starting it on a Thursday instead of a Monday. Let me just kind of run through the books that I have here. Again, this can change. I might only end up reading one book. I might read 2, 3, who knows? Probably not 3 though. So the book that I actually started is Hopeless by Elsie Silver. This is the last book in the Chestnut Spring series. The main reason why I picked this book up is because it's the last in the series and it would be nice to complete the series and have it checked off on my little series tracker. I read the first 4 books in the series back in January and I don't know if it's because I like read them all back to back in a span like a week and a half that I kind of burnt myself out of it. So I took a break from it, and this book is like 530 pages long. So is this really the best book to like get me out of a reading slump? Honestly, probably not. I read these books so fast. They're just like really addicting, really easy and fast to read. So yeah, I would definitely like to continue on with this. I am, guys, I'm on page 43. Everybody clap their hands, everybody be proud, because I have not gotten this far in a book since I read Rebel Witch in mid-February. So I'm really proud of myself that I've gotten this far into it. This is the book that we're going to be starting with. As for the other books here, again, there's no real order on them. I just kind of looked at my shelf and be like, okay, out of all the books, these are the ones that I would be interested in reading. So the first one that I have here is Strange Dreamer by Laini Taylor. So I don't know a lot about this book. I know it follows like something to do with like libraries and dreams, maybe? I'm not exactly sure. I've had my eye on this book for such a long time. It's also a duology. The next book I have on here is a book that I kind of just honestly completely forgot that I have this book, and it's Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. But I know this has to do with like trials and like, but they're like spooky and like a haunted house, and it has to do with a bunch of supernatural creatures. There's like werewolves, vampires, ghosts. Granted, it's March, not October. I actually got this around like that time because I was planning on reading it then, but I didn't get to it. But I think, I don't know, the whole trial thing sounds like something that would be really like fast-paced and something that would hold my attention, and that's really what I'm trying to find. This is almost 500 pages too. I guess the theme is like 500-page books right now. And then the last book that I have on here is Ember and the Ashes by Sabati Here. I've been wanting to read this book for so long. This is the fact that there is a whole cover change, and I actually like these covers a lot more than the original US covers, but the UK ones have my heart. I love the UK ones so much. They're so pretty. But I do love the like gold foiling that we have on here. Also, all the spines in the series make a picture. So yeah, this is also another book that I could potentially read. Those are kind of the books that I have have my eye on. It really depends on how I feel after I finish this. I might want to jump into another romance. I don't actually have a lot more romances on my shelf to choose from. I might jump into a romance, I might jump into a fantasy, kind of just depends on how I'm feeling. I am going to continue on with this. So it is currently 12:07 here, and I am about to read for the next, like, honestly, probably like 3 hours or something. I really just want to like sit and read. That's kind of like where I've had the problem with, is that I've been sitting down, starting a book, like getting like 10 pages in, and then just like going on my phone or something. So I'm literally just gonna keep my phone at my desk, and I just want to sit and read for an hour, see how much I can get done in an hour. Then I'll probably check up with you guys about like 50% of the way through. Actually really liking it so far. Not a whole lot of stuff happens in these books. It's kind of more like a vibe. You get the like cowboy romance aesthetic type thing going on here. So I'm gonna get to reading. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Hello everybody, so it is a bit later now. It's actually around 7:19, 7:20 right now, and I'm about to continue reading more of Hopeless. I'm actually in the middle of a chapter. I'm on chapter 16, page 204, and guys, I'm really liking it. I'm not liking it as much as I was Heartless and Powerless. Those are definitely my favorite too. Going back to like Elsie Silver and just like the books in this series, they're so fast paced and so easy to read. This is the last book in the series, so it was really easy to fall back into the worlds and the characters. And we are obviously getting more of Bayou and Bailey, since they are the two main characters of this, and it's been really interesting to get to know the characters throughout this one. There is a marriage to convenience trope in here, which has been really interesting because I don't know if I've really read like a marriage to convenience story before. I probably have, I just can't remember off the top of my head. I am almost at the halfway point. I only need like another 40 pages or so to get to the halfway point. I think my goal today is to get to page 300 or so. So that will leave me with about 250 pages for tomorrow. I do need to get some schoolwork done, so I'm gonna read a little bit more, gonna get some schoolwork done, and then honestly probably read some more, get to that 300 page mark. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to update you guys on. So far, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really liking how fast paced this book is and like how easy they are to get through. There were a couple points where it was getting a little bit slow, or I was getting a little bit bored, but I kind of just stopped reading and like I kind of got over that. I definitely don't think it's going to be like a favorite out of the series. I think it's just going to be around like a 4-star, maybe 3.75. So yeah, I'm going to go read some more of this and I'll update you guys later tonight. Hopefully I get to that 300 page mark, and then we will finish it up tomorrow. Hello everybody, so it is the next day. Sorry for this weird camera angle. I usually put you guys like down more, but I actually put you on the phone stand, but it's, I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, it's currently Friday. I'm at school right now. It's 9:07. I actually got here really early because I dropped my sister off this morning. I don't have class till 10, so I'm gonna sit here for another like 10-15 minutes, and I want to grab something for breakfast, either from Starbucks or Chick-fil-A. And then when I get out of class, I might go to the library to get some schoolwork done, because I do have quite a bit of stuff that's due this afternoon, or I'll just come home and do it. I do want to give you guys an update on Hopeless because I have made some more progress. I think the last time I updated you guys, I said I wanted to get to page 300, and I definitely got there. I'm also in the middle of a chapter. I don't know why I do that. I've been doing that a lot recently. I'm in the middle of chapter 27, page 336. So I definitely made that last night. I either got to page 320 or 330, and because I read a little bit this morning, I would like to finish it up today if possible. I have a little over 200 pages, but obviously I need to get my schoolwork done first. That's kind of the update. I'm again kind of liking it the same as I was before. I feel like it has slowed down a little bit. We are making some more progress in the romance, which I like. I feel like the romance in this one has taken a lot longer to like progress. Their feelings about each other did happen like really fast. It was like 50 pages in and they were already like in their minds being like, oh my god, I like this guy, or I like her so much. I'm like, this is like the first like real conversation that you guys have had. But the actual like romance, I feel like hasn't really started until like now. Honestly, that's kind of all I got, not gonna lie. So I'm gonna hang out here just for a little bit longer, then I'm gonna go and get some breakfast, go to class, go to the library, get lunch, and then come back here. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Hello everybody, so it is a lot later now. It is currently around 11:30 right now, and guys, I'm so tired. All I want to do is fall asleep, but at the same time I do want to make some more progress in Hopeless because this is going to be the last update that I give you guys before I finish. I'm not gonna say with guarantee and certainty that I'll be able to finish it tonight. I am currently on chapter 34, page 419, and so I have a little less than 150 pages left to go. I'm really tired and I really wanted to get this done today, but I do value my sleep. So I think I'm gonna end up reading for another like hour, and then I'm gonna put it on pause and then finish up in the morning. My sister, my dad, and I are going out for like brunch tomorrow, and then I also work tomorrow night as well. So I'll definitely be able to get this done tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be able to start another book tomorrow night. After I get off of work, that's a maybe. I definitely want to try to get another book in this video, because I feel like only reading one book, it gets the job done. We're getting out of a reading slump, but like only one book won't do it. Like I feel like to fully get out of reading slump, I have to at least read 2, maybe? Am I making any sense at all? I don't know, but I'm still enjoying it. I still feel like there is something about this book that's not slow. I am finding some of the parts a little bit boring and repetitive, and I feel like they just have to have a conversation about how they feel about each other. And I'm not gonna lie, they may or may not just did, but that we are 420 pages in and they're just now having this conversation where they're like admitting their feelings to each other. We had 400 pages of them just going back and forth, like thinking in their head like, oh, I like him, but I don't know if he likes me. And if they would have just talked to each other like 200 pages ago, I just feel like this book could have been so much shorter and did not need to be this long. What else has to happen in these 137 pages? What more is gonna happen? I literally could not tell you. I know what the outcomes are gonna be because like it's a romance book. 9 times out of 10 the outcomes are the same. Then you have the whole 3-act breakup. That's kind of how I'm feeling about it right now. I'm not gonna lie, by the time I finish this, I don't think my opinions are gonna change. Right now it's sitting more at like a 3.5, 3.75, and that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just probably out of all of them, it's my least favorite one. With all that being said, I'm going to go jump in the shower and get ready for bed, and then I'll get maybe 30 minutes to an hour of reading done before I go to bed, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hello everybody, so excuse how I look. Me and my dad just got done watching a movie, and by the end of it I was kind of falling asleep, so if I look tired, it's just because I am, and I'm about to go take a shower and go to bed. But I did want to give you guys my final updates on Hopeless because, as you saw this morning, I ended up finishing it. I ended up finishing it in the car. Found this breakfast lunch place, and it was so good. It was like on the water, and it was so nice and like so peaceful. So I ended up reading 76 pages of this today. After thinking on it, I think I'm gonna settle on a 3.5. I feel bad. I hate giving low ratings to books, but at the same time, I don't want to give it a false rating. I don't want to lie and say, oh, this book was good, even though I mean, I liked it. Wasn't my favorite of the series? No, this was definitely my least favorite of the series, and I was honestly, maybe it's my fault for expecting something that obviously wasn't written on the back of the book. I did think that because this book was almost 550 pages long, I thought we were gonna get some sort of epilogue with all of the characters, because obviously this is the last book, and I don't think there's like an epilogue book. This was it. What we got from here is all. So I was toward the end, was expecting something like that, and when I didn't get it, that was a little bit disappointing. There's so many points where if the main two characters just talked about their feelings, talked about what was going on, I just feel like everything could have got resolved so much quicker, and this book did not have to be over 500 pages for the fact that not really a lot of stuff goes on. Kind of like the Addicted series, where there isn't really a plot. We're kind of just following them on their day-to-day lives as they, you know, go about their day. You know, they have their struggles, they have their ups and downs. We literally just follow them through that. You know, we follow them through like their relationship. I found myself a little bit bored at times. Felt there were a lot of scenes that were just dragged on, or some things that were repetitive. I was kind of just wanting there to be something new. So much fun to be back in this world. But yeah, that's kind of honestly all I really have for this one. I'm so happy that I finally get to check a series off in my journal. I haven't done that yet. I do need to update my reading journal today. I think I'm just gonna give this one a 3.5. I liked it. Wasn't my favorite. Other than that, I had fun. Obviously, I read it super fastly. I don't know what else Cecil puts in these books. I don't know if it's the way she writes that's like, it's not like you're on the edge of your seat, you know, wanting to read to find out what's going to happen next. It's just the way she writes is like everything flows so nicely, and like it's easy to read. So yeah, that's kind of everything that I have for Hopeless. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys for tonight. And did we get out of my reading slump? I think we're getting there.